What's up, healers? I have a little bit of light left. Can you hear the little animals in the background? I literally jumped off the boat to be here with all of you, and I'm so excited. Like, I am so freaking pumped. Like, I was looking at those of you that did your homework inside of the Facebook group, blown away. And then I was looking at just the amount of you that shared this with your teams. Oh my gosh. And the amount of registrations that came in after last night, bonkers. We had over 50 people that decided to become VIP after last night's presentation. Can you freaking believe that? Give yourself a freaking hand. Give yourself a hand. For those of you that upgraded last night, I am so proud of you. For those of you that are here for the first time, because maybe your upline shared this with you, drop first in the comment section, because I know that we have a lot of new people that registered that are here that probably missed day one. And so I have a surprise for you guys. Day one's replay, I am going to leave up. I'm not going to delete it after we're done here, because I know there's so many of you that didn't get a chance to watch day one, and day one is definitely the foundation. And so I am so excited and proud of all of you. Just learning the art of chit-chatting. You know, I was on Instagram a little bit before I got on here, and I was looking at the number of people that are doing reels, right? They're doing reels and they're talking to the camera, and they feel super comfortable doing that. And then I asked myself, I wonder how many of those humans freeze when it comes to the art of chit-chatting in their business. And so we've got some work to do today, okay? By the way, hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Can you just drop me a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me? I think you can, but just in case, drop a 1 in there. VIPers, where are you at? I need you to tell everyone inside of the chat why someone should become VIP. I know why you said yes to being VIP, but I know there's a reason that you're staying VIP every time you do one of my challenges. Tell them, okay? Because I need them to understand. Reminder, for those of you that are brand spanking new, we have something called the dashboard. The dashboard, and let me pull it up just really quick because I want to make sure. The dashboard is where all of the goodies will be for you, where you can, oh, it's not letting me share that screen. Hold on. This one, let me see. So let me share that one. This is where all the goodies are. Window? Nope. Entire screen? Nope. Chrome tab. All right. Well, it's not letting me share it with you guys. That's okay. I'm going to put it in the comment section. This is where I'm putting all the things. Okay. This is where connecting with your concierge, getting inside of the Facebook group. If you want to upgrade, this is it right here. Right here. thechatchallenge.com/dashboard. That's where you will go, and all the goodies are there for you. Okay. Now we have a lot to do today, so I want to keep, this short, but I really want you all to understand the power and what is about to happen right now. Okay. Before I always over deliver. I know that, but here's the thing. Okay. This is why tonight matters so much, and why it matters so much to me, because this leak that so many of you are living right now like when it comes to being terrified and freezing, that was me. My first 3 years in network marketing when I made no money. I just didn't understand the art of chit-chatting. And so I was talking at people and I wasn't leading in any conversation. I shared last night how the lady that I used to work for, and I worked for a third-party company in Amazon, and I was a controller, and she had me sign a freaking piece of paper that said I would never talk about the pyramid scheme that I was in ever again. And I got to tell you guys, that was a big blow to my ego. A very big blow to my ego. Can you imagine? Like someone telling you that, I don't talk about your pyramid scheme. It almost made me stop completely. And I know every single one of you have had one of those moments where you literally felt like it was the end of your business because of something that happened. And I want you to know that I bounced back, and you can bounce back too. Okay. Here's what I figured out. And the whole reason we're here tonight, my business wasn't actually broken. I wasn't broken. The problem is I was fishing in the wrong pond. Okay. I was casting my line at the same handful of people who were never going to want it. And then I was blaming myself because it kept coming up empty. Then there was a day that I found out there was a second pond. And that second pond changed everything for me. So I'm going to hand you that second pond tonight so you don't lose 3 years like I did. Now, if the word recruit scares the ish out of you, drop scare in the comment section. Drop it in there. No, there's no judgment here. I was terrified. Terrified. Yes. So it's funny. You guys were like, did you thank her? She did you a huge favor. So she follows me. So I'm pretty sure she knows. Pretty sure she knows, you know? Pretty sure she knows. Yeah. I was scared of that word. Something that I told the VIPers on a very first VIP Zoom. And when you upgrade to VIP, you'll get the copy of this Zoom that I did with the VIPers. But I said, imagine instead of recruiting, you are bringing people in. Use the word bring because you're inviting them versus recruiting them. That changed the game for me. And so I want you to think that way every time we talk about recruiting. Okay? So you know the rule. When that fear comes into your head, some of you, it showed up this morning telling you writing 20 names was silly. I don't even know why I'm going to show up tonight. She's not going to say anything that works for me. So when that voice comes this week, what are we screaming? We're screaming cha-ching, right? Okay. Yesterday, I promised to teach you guys the art of chit-chatting. When to chit, when to chat, and when to shut up and listen. Tonight's the first real piece. And the answer to the question 100 of you have asked. And so I'm really excited. And I want to remind you, do not try to think about what's going to happen tomorrow. Some of you are asking questions and it's forward paced questions and you haven't even done the work from yesterday or even seen today. Trust the process. There is a method to my madness. I promise you. So are we ready for day 2? Here we go. Okay, just remember, I am in Wikiwachi, so you are going to hear bugs and you are going to hear birds and you might even hear otters in the water because I'm pretty sure I saw otters this morning, but I'm pumped for day 2 and we're going to get right into the goods. So if you did your homework last night, tonight is going to hit different for you. And I hope you did do your homework, right? Like, because at the end of the day, like, are you going to keep showing up here and just listening to me yap? Or are you going to learn the art of chit chat, right? So I'm going to tell you who to run this 333 method on. And if you didn't do your homework, you can stay anyway because you can catch up at the end. All right, I'm going to have a quick recap for you on what we did last night. But for those of you that are VIP, it's already day one, and the VIP day one Zoom that we did is in your portal, right? So just remember, it is in your portal all the time, so you don't have to go searching. That is the most important thing for you to remember, okay? Let me go back. This is just moving too fast for me. Hello. Okay, you know the rule. The fear, that voice, it didn't take a night off, right? It showed up this morning telling you when you were writing those 20 names that was silly. It's just my mom and my sister and my upline telling you, don't even write their names down. Telling you, you've already told them before about it. Don't write their names down. Telling you, this is going to work for Marina and her team, but not for my company. No, ma'am. What do? Scream it. Cha-ching. Because you're learning the art of chit-chatting from a woman who has had her team sell over $100 million in the DMs, okay? So remember, chat, tap, earn. This isn't something that I'm doing alone. This is something that I have taught the last 14 years, okay? So chat, ching, period. Now let's keep this party started. Let's keep us rolling here. I want to shout out just some of you that have been posting inside of the Facebook group. You said, I'm not going to listen to that voice on the other side of my shoulder. I'm going to listen to the present. The present. I read every comment, you guys. I read every post. And I just want you to know, like, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you because I know this for some of you, this is like, okay, but I've already been taught how to talk to people. So, am I supposed to forget everything that I was already taught for my upline? And I want to encourage you to find the nuggets and put them into action immediately and see how that works for you. I'm not telling you you have to throw away something you're already doing, but what most of you don't realize is that you don't have a sales process that you're treating every prospect the same. So you're emotionally reacting to your prospects. And when you emotionally react, that means you are not going 7 layers deep. You're going width, you're staying surface level. And that's what we're changing inside of your art of the chit chatting. So you take complete control. Okay. Now, quick recap. Last night, we found your invisible leads, right? We found your invisible leads. We also talked about the women who are like behind you, waiting for you to turn around and have a conversation with them, right? We also talked about the 90% who you've been watching, but feel like you've been ignoring them because they're just terrified to raise their hand. Okay. We talked about engagement equals permission. So tonight we're going to answer the question that 100 of you have asked me in the group this week. And I want to read to you exactly what you guys have been saying. Okay. Some of you have been saying, like, it's only my family and my upline commenting on my posts. Like, how is this even going to work? I'm going to talk about that. My first 5 to 10 are family and friends. They've on the product, but they have zero interest in the business. How can I find people to recruit? I don't know where to find people to recruit. I find them and then I don't know what to say. Well, team building is a different conversation and nobody handed me that playbook. Does this sound familiar? Right? Without even knowing it, you're all saying the same thing. You're just saying it in different words. But what you guys don't realize is that you actually just diagnosed yourselves. You diagnosed the problem. You found the leak that we were talking about last night. So tonight I want to answer all of these for you. Okay. Now here's the leak. When you see it, you're going to feel it in your stomach. Okay. You're really going to feel it. There are two completely different ponds. One is full of customers. And I'm not saying this is bad, by the way. Like, if you are getting a lot of customers, that's amazing. But I want to teach you how to build a leveraged business. And that can't happen if you're just getting customers. Okay. So I don't want you stuck in the social selling. There's two different ponds. One full of customers, people who want your product. Then there's one that's full of builders, people who want a business. And I know where you're going in your head right now. Nobody I know wants to build the business. Stop, chat-ching, yell it. No negative Nancy stuff right now. I need you guys focused on the present, what we're doing right now, not what happened 3 days ago or what you think is going to happen and not knowing the how, right? We talked about that on day one. Every single one of you has been standing at this customer pod. You're casting your line over and over, wondering why you're never catching a builder. And it's because you're in the wrong pond. Your builders might not be in there. And this was something that I had to really understand because, at the end of the day, everyone's teaching, get 1 million customers, which again, because of the FTC, especially in network marketing, you want to get customers. But is that where you want to stay? So let me say this sentence that's going to set some of you free tonight. Your warm market most likely is going to be your customer base. It's not going to be your team. Your mom, your cousin, your best friend from high school, the girls from church, they love you. So they might buy the product to support you. I mean, my family didn't even do that, but maybe some of you got that. You got further ahead than I did. That's beautiful. That's a customer. But you are not going to squeeze builders out of women who just want the lip gloss. And you've been trying for months and then blaming yourself when it doesn't work. What if I told you it's not you? You're just fishing in the wrong pond. Now, you can work through your customers to find the next builder, and we'll talk about that tomorrow. But here's how it always goes, right? You join, you're excited, you make your list, you go through your list in about maybe 6 weeks. A few buy, or some don't buy at all. And then they're like, I'm so proud of you. And then there's this wall that happens on month 2. And on month 2, you're like, I ran out of people to talk to. And that's the moment that most network marketers quit this industry. Not because they're bad at it, because they emptied the only pond they knew about and nobody ever showed them the second pond. Okay? So I want you to hear me when I say this. You did not run out of people. There's billions of people. You ran out of the one pond you knew about. And you ran out of ways to talk to anybody new. That's it. That's the whole freaking problem. And it's fixable tonight. That's the good news. So now in the group this week, I kept asking women a question. I kept asking you to answer it in the comments right now. Like, answer it right now in the comments, actually. I want you to answer it now. When it comes to new people, which is it? You don't know where to find them, or you find them and you don't know what to say? Put 1 if it's I don't know where to find them, and drop a 2 in the comments if it's I find them and I don't know what to say. Because there's a split. That's 2 completely different problems. And I would be doing you dirty, honestly, if I gave you the same fix for both. So I'm going to give you the fix for each. And tonight, it's I don't know where to find them. Tomorrow, day 3 and day 4 is I find them and I don't know what to say. Okay? So here's how I'm fixing both. Tonight is the where. Okay? I'm going to hand you my 333 method for finding and warming up the right pond. Day 3 and 4 are the what to say. That's where we go into the 7 layers deep method. Tonight, we're probably going to get into layer 1 and 2 just a tad, but day 3 and 4 is where we're really going into the 7 layers. Okay? That's where we're going to fix like the salesy thing, the word vomit thing, the freezing thing. So if you're a what do I say girl, do not check out tonight, because if you learn what to say, but you're still saying it to the wrong pond, you're just you're just going to be really eloquent and really broke. And you have to have both. So tonight's the where, okay? So where is the builder pond? Here's the beautiful part. Just like most of you, I had no freaking network. I had nobody that wanted to make money with me, right? I shared this with you guys last night. Like, I was the girl who was known for running clubs, being a VIP bottle girl, bartending, dancing on the bar, blowing fire. Like, nobody took me seriously to start a business and make money with me. And a lot of you are still in that place. So, this whole online thing is like next level. It is next level. It gave me a network. I had to create it, I had to work it, I had to warm it up, but I stopped having to have the same conversation with my broke friends who honestly none of them wanted to make money in a legal or legit way. You know what I mean? Like, I had to build a new network, and my network is my net worth. And so I want you to know that through this, I'm going to help you identify, when you're using the 333 method, how builders announce themselves. And they constantly do it. She's the woman that's like, I'm so tired. I can't do another year of this job, right? She's posting memes that, probably are about her 9 to 5, or she's a mom running on empty. She's the one commenting like on Facebook ads about something your product and your business can solve. And some of you don't even realize that that's a place you can find people. You're welcome. She's raising her hand in public. She's just not raising it to you yet. So your job is to go be present where she already is. So what do I mean by this? I mean, in the comment section of some of your top influencers' posts, I'm telling you that there are so many people on the internet that are looking to be seen and feel safe. You just have to go get them. And you can actually tell the difference. Like, you just never had the list. So here's the thing. A customer says, I love this product, right? Asks about results, supports you. A builder says, I need something for me. These are buying signals and builder signals, okay? She asks how you got started. She watches how you do it, not what you sell. She talks about her situation, the job, the exhaustion, the money. One of them is talking about the product. The other is talking about her life. Those are the buyer builder signals. So the woman that's talking about her life is your builder. Okay. I want you to remember that, because that's really, really powerful. And some of you don't understand. It's that simple to identify the difference between somebody who is going to be a customer and somebody who's going to be a builder for your team. Now, one of you said something in the group this week, and I have not stopped thinking about it. She said, I have scripts and I still freeze. And honestly, strangers are easier than people I know. And I want you to know, like, that's not a flaw. That's actually a clue. You freeze with people you know because there's like something to lose, right? Like I was sharing with you guys yesterday, like Thanksgiving was awkward for me. Going to work was awkward for me, right? All of a sudden your sisters talk about you in the group chat, how obsessed you are with making money. So of course you freeze. But your posture with a new woman probably is completely different, because there's nothing to lose. There's no history. There's no weirdness. That ease you feel with strangers isn't a bug. It's your body telling you where the right pond is. And so we have to lean into that, and we're going to use that. And another one of you wrote this, and maybe it's the truest sentence anybody said all week, but team building is different. conversation with a different goal and nobody handed me that playbook. Ma'am, that's not a confidence problem. That's not a you're bad at this. That's a missing playbook problem because you were handed a product and you were told to go sell. Most likely, no one sat down with you and taught you that recruiting is a completely different skill with a completely different conversation. For most of you, you see how I lead. I lead on social media with the feel good now revolution. They don't know what company I'm with. They don't know any of that. Why? Because I am building a residual income and a team. And so we're going to go through that. When we go through the way that I invite, when I go from comment to cash, when I go from a comment and I take it into the DMs and a like, and I take it into the DMs, and then how I literally go 7 layers deep with them. I'm going to be doing that with all of you. Okay. So tonight we're going to give you the first half of the playbook, where to find them. Days 3 and 4, you're going to get the second half, which is what to say. Okay. So let me tell you what makes me crazy. Just message 3 people a day. That drives me absolutely bonkers. Post your before and afters. Copy this invite and send it to 20 people. Yeah, that is a 90-day quit plan, because messaging 3 people a day from a list of 30 means you're out of people in 10 days. And then you're sitting there feeling like a complete freaking failure. Am I right? So when you really were handed a bucket, and were pointed to a puddle of a customer pond. It's not even a pond, it's a puddle at this point, right? It's a complete puddle. And the people that are teaching you that, most of them, they just haven't understood the trust gap. They haven't understood that going wide is not the answer anymore, that it's actually going deep. And some of them are teaching you the pond that they fished from a decade ago, before the algorithm changed on social media, before the trust recession, before everybody's aunt was selling something because of COVID, right? Meanwhile, my team added 500 new recruits in 60 days. Not in 2015, literally in the last 60 days. And 2 women on my team with 15 plus years in this industry hit their highest income ever. And guess what? They're not on the leaderboards for selling the most product. They did this from going deep, from building. And so I can teach you the builder pond because I'm standing in it every single week with my team. And here's the method that fills that builder pond without you sending one single like, hey girl, spammy message. It's 3 little numbers. 3, 3, 3. Okay. This is what happens when you see a complete stranger on the internet. We want to do something called the 333 method. Okay, let me just tell you this about the 333 method. One of the main reasons I created this method, and I should have a video that I showed. I'm actually going to bring that video up because leaders that are in other companies teach their team this method. In fact, one of the 7-figure earners that is a really good friend of mine, Amber Voigt, she was on the ANMP stage and she actually gave me a shout out talking about the 333 method and how she uses this to recruit every single month. And when you're using this method, I want you to understand you can use this when you're trying to re-engage people on social media, when you're following up with somebody. You know, this works in any business. And I'm going to explain to you why, okay? 3 comments, 3 story replies with 3 hearts on women from a builder pond. So you do it for 3 days straight on the same women. So that's 9 touch points a day, 27 touch points in 72 hours. Now watch what that does. Day 1, she sees your name and she doesn't think anything. Day 2, she thinks, it's her again. Day 3, she thinks, oh, I know her. She's so sweet. You just became familiar without sending one pitch, without one hey girl message. That's the 333 method. Okay. So 3 comments, 3 story replies, and 3 hearts. And you're doing it for 3 days. Now, guess what happens? Because you're familiar, you just like took the gap of the trust recession and you collapsed it. That's how powerful this is. This is how powerful this is. You understand what I'm trying to teach you here? You can create a bestie really, really fast with the 333 method, okay? And re-engage people, follow up with people. I use this on team members who have gone MIA on me. Now, the one rule. And if you break this one rule, the whole thing will collapse. The 333 has 0 pitch in it. Not one. No link. No, let me know if you want info. No, I have something you'd love. Nothing. One of you told me this week I either sound really salesy or I word vomit all over them. So I want you to understand something, okay? The 333 method literally makes it impossible for you to sound salesy or word vomit on people because there's nothing to word vomit. Its only job is to make you familiar and make her feel seen by you. Do you understand that? So you're seasoning the pan before you cook it. Got it? Spammy Tammy throws raw chicken in a cold skillet and wonders why it's disgusting. We got to season it first. Do you understand? Some of you are getting this. You're getting this. Drop a 5. You're like, oh my God, this makes so much sense. Now, here's why this is a gift to my freezers. Okay. The woman who said I have scripts and I still freeze. There is no script in the 333 method. There's nothing to memorize. There's nothing to get wrong. You're not selling. So there's nothing to freeze on. You're just chit-chatting. You're being a human who noticed another human. A real comment. Oh my gosh, girl, that made me laugh so hard because thank you. A heart. You cannot fumble this. That's why we're starting here. Okay. Let me be specific because comment on her post is where a lot of you get freaking lazy. Like a fire comment is a wave like from a moving car. Get it? She can't even see your face. That does nothing. A real comment responds to what she actually said. She posted about being exhausted. This was something that I would say, girl, the 5 a.m. wake ups are no joke. How are you holding up? That's it. It's one real sentence that proves you actually read it. You see how different that is? So let me give you the data because this isn't just a vibe, it's psychology. Remember, last night, 80% of sales require 5 or more touches, and 48% of people never follow up even once. Well, the 333 method hands you 27 touches in 72 hours before you even started a freaking conversation. You're walking into her DMs. You're already familiar. She already feels safe with you. She's already like, oh, I know her. That's why the reply rate is different. You didn't get lucky. You actually engineered it. You like that? You're welcome. Okay? Think about it. Nobody marries the man who slid in one time. That sounded so inappropriate. Oh, that sounded so bad. But slid in one time and was like, hey, stranger, marry me. Look, okay, go on one date. That's what I meant. So you got a guy sliding into your DMs and he's proposing to you. No. They marry the one who showed up sweet, consistent, 3 days running until one morning they went, wow, I actually like him. I want you to think about the 333 as you becoming that sweet guy, not the desperate one. And by the way, if the woman says yes on the other side, that is a desperate prospect who's going to drive you completely freaking nuts. So let me show you exactly how I do this for my own business, okay? Inside my Feel Good Now revolution, that's how I lead in conversation, in my posts, in my stories. My builder pond is women who are tired. I don't feel like myself since I turned 40. I need something that's just mine. I know what my builder pond listens for. I know the 3 lines to look for. If you don't know those 3 lines, it's because you have no idea who you're talking to. I'll talk a little bit more about that at the end. So here's the thing. These women are literally announcing themselves to me. So I'm going to heart her post. I'm going to reply to her story like a friend. I'm going to leave a real comment on something she actually said. I'm going to track it. Hello. I'm going to write it down and I'm going to track it. And when I finally send a voice message memo on day 4 with what she actually said, and I do that for 3 days, she already knows me. She replies, I engineered that trust in 72 hours without pitching one time. That's the whole game. Tomorrow I'll hand you the exact words for day 4. So don't worry. Okay. I'll hand you the exact words for day 4 tomorrow. Now your job tonight, 20 minutes, pick 9 women. And listen, they can be from your 20 from last night, if those are builder upon women, or brand new ones you find from using the signals I gave you, Facebook ads, looking up your influencers that sell something just like you and looking at their comment section. And I don't mean other people in network marketing, because that is so icky. I mean like Kim Kardashian, if she's selling something, Lemmy, like think of big brands. That's where your people are in the comments. Okay. Not other people's comments. Look at big influencers that already have people that want what you have. Okay. Then you're going to do the 333 method. You're going to do that and you're going to have 9 touch points in one day. And you're going to do it again tomorrow with the same 9 women. Now, what I want you to do is once you've finished with your 333, I want you to post it inside of the Facebook group. 333 day 1 done. And look, there's going to be that voice. Oh my God, I'm so weird for commenting. What do we do? Cha-ching. Ignore the if. Do the next step, please. Before I let you guys go and I shut up about it, this is the last time I'm going to talk about VIP. Some of you already are feeling the gap between knowing this and doing it, and that's normal. Inside of our founder VIP room, this is where I'm actually coaching you guys personally. They're asking questions and I'm answering them with either a video reply, voice message, or text. So VIP is still available and it is $77. I'm going to give you guys all of this stuff. And plus you get an extra 5 days with me. Not this week, but next week on Zoom. So these Zooms are me in your DMs auditing your conversation. So you can upgrade literally from the dashboard. The dashboard has the link for you to upgrade, and everything for this challenge lives right there. When this is over, it does go to $197. So I would highly suggest you grab the VIP. Now, let me leave you with this, okay? For years, you've been telling yourself, I ran out of people. You believed your business was over because 30 names dried up. You never ran out of people. You ran out of the one pond you knew about. You ran out of the ways to talk to anybody new, okay? Tonight, you got both back in a very simple, simplistic way. Now, some of you are like, okay, I'm going to keep fishing in the same empty puddle. And then the other founders are like, I'm going to open Instagram. I'm going to open Facebook. I'm going to open TikTok. And I'm going to find the women or the humans that I'm going to start 9 new touch points with. Only one of them is going to have a team by Christmas, by the way. I'm sure you can guess which one. Do your 333. And when that fear, that voice pipes up in your head, you scream cha-ching. So tomorrow I'm going to teach you the first message that doesn't get left on red. That's the what do I say you've been begging me for, okay? So don't miss it. Because you never ran out of people, and I'm really, really excited. Pick your 9. Now, I also want you to know that some of you are like, no one's even liking my posts. No one's even commenting. Like, I have a completely ghosted. Like, it doesn't matter what I say or what I do. That is a brand positioning problem. I don't have time to go through that in this challenge. Okay. This is the chit chat challenge. Now, some of you are like, okay, but I need help with that. That's where you got me in your brand. So if you want me in your brand, there's a path called the Iconic Brand Build. This is me 5 hours on your brand architecture. So you get 1 hour live with me and then 4 hours behind the scenes, my deep work on creating exactly your posts, your systems, and your ascension of how you take somebody from a like to buy. What is your sales process? I create your 7-layer deep method for you. Then you get a complete brand book. It's an iconic brand build in 7 business days from our 1 hour session. And this is not for everyone. This is for founders who already know. And so this is how you can see if this is a fit for you. You can schedule what's called a brand signal audit. You can schedule this by going to thebrandsignalaudit.com. When you go there, you can schedule it free with your personal concierge. You'll get a 30-minute brand signal audit, and it will identify if you are a fit for the iconic brand build. And it's going to walk you through your current brand. And so it's $0. Now, some of you are like, Marina, I want your eyes specifically on it. Ask your personal concierge for that link. If you decide to do the iconic brand build, I will apply that $497 to the $34.97 of the iconic brand build. So with that being said, I can't wait to see you guys for day 4, or day 3. Tomorrow's day 3. I will be back from Wiki Wachi. I will be in my office, and I've got a surprise for you guys tomorrow night. So don't forget, go VIP so you can get all the recordings, all the VIP Zooms, and an extra 5 days with me. Bye.